Hey, loves. I wonder if anyone's going to join me for a chat today. Just setting up my IG. We're going to do a simultaneous live. As a note, just telling me that it's telling all my followers. Morning, guys. It's morning here in the UK. I actually wanted to do a live last night, but live. I hope you guys are doing well. So today's live chat is going to be focusing on, hey, beautiful. Thank you for joining. Today's live chat, what you guys are popping off. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Morning. Okay, so today's live chat is going to be looking at just nutrition and supplements. Of course, like this video is not like sponsored. I'm not making these mentions because I have any kind of like affiliation or anything with any of these brands or any of the products that we're going to be talking about. Just things that for me and my experience have worked or that I'm curious about. Obviously we talked about almond oil, how can you use it for growth. Goodness, what was I just saying? Yeah, so we're just going to basically talk about a few different items. We mentioned MSM in my previous video. We also mentioned collagen, and I'm actually going to talk you through some of the items. I realized I didn't actually show some of the products that I've been using. Oh my gosh, yes, so these are my results from the banana and amla masks. Somebody just mentioned because they must have watched my store. My goodness, I tried the henna souk, cassia and neem shampoo. Oh my gosh, that stuff is the truth. Like I literally regretted even putting amla into the mask because I was like, I already have strength in my hair from this shampoo. And it just kind of like reiterates what I have been saying about when you are cleansing your hair, you need to think about putting strength into your hair because it's going to be at its weakest. So, for example, we talked about using Rasul clay to cleanse the hair, bentonite clay because you're actually imparting strength. And we also talked about adding Ayurvedic herbs into your shampoo when you're washing your hair, which I think essentially is a little bit like what that shampoo is all about. And oh my gosh, the strength. I'm loving the results. But what I will say though is I have been sent loads of products by different brands like conditioners and shampoos and leave-ins and butters, and I think I'm just going to stop messing with those because I have not liked the cumulative effect, and particularly one product which I have used in my hair and I found had very undesirable effect on my hair and my children's hair as well. So I think I'm just going to chill with using products from any and every brand that I'm sent because I work too hard for this. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this little section here, I feel like my curls have been in this section. I feel like they have been elongated by using a particular product, and I'm going to reach out to the brand for their comment on it. But this little section here, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling it. So, sorry. MSM has a great, Nita Gilborn's asked, does MSM need to be taken internally to have a great effect on your hair? To be honest, if you're using it internally and you're applying it topically, I think it has the best effect synergistically. You could, if you have finer hair and you don't want it to be weighed down, you can actually put MSM into water and spritz that onto your scalp and use that as a topical application. If you don't want your hair to be weighed down, that will have benefits, particularly if you infuse that water with like fenugreek seeds as well. That would be really, really good. Guys, cleaning products that I used this morning have given me such a headache and my water's run out. Hi guys, just waving back at you all that are waving. Good morning. Why do I always talk about strength and not moisture? Sunrise, that's a good question. I think I would actually, maybe I should dedicate some more videos on that. I do have some videos on moisture, particularly in the winter time. That tends to be my issue. So I tend to produce videos on moisture during that period of time. I don't really struggle. Hi, Life with Kira. I don't really struggle with moisture that much in the summer. So I kind of have to make content relating to things that come up as and when relevant for me, but I'm definitely open to doing more videos on moisture. I know I just jumped on, but in which of your videos, which I love from one of your videos, henna, MSM, amla, and the rest, what should I put in after in my hair? You use one of the masks? No, just jumped on, but after I use mask, which I love when you then come in. Okay. Oh, so I would put in definitely a moisturizing leave-in conditioner, definitely after that. Just listen to your hair. If it feels really dry, then perhaps you would follow up with some kind of a butter as well. Hello from Alabama. Hi. Cookie Fat. Hey, girl. So how do you use MSM externally? Is it every day or a pre-shampoo? Definitely I use it like 3 times a week, spritzed onto my scalp. I just started reusing it. Currently the MSM that I'm using, I'm promoting, like the MSM I've been able to get my hands on has been limited, like from Amazon. And I'm just not out and about in shops for anything that's not essential at the minute, like is essential journeys. So I'm just holding off to see how I go. It's made me particularly have breakouts on my body, so I'm just like 3 times a week as a scalp application. If I'm trying to grow my hair out, I'm currently at my growth at my goal length, being consistent with my ingestion, and hopefully back to my usual MSM. If I do a hot oil treatment, do I need to use a deep conditioner as well? It really does. Oh my gosh, I love your handle. No Karens allowed. Girl, that is just the one. But yeah, if you use a hot oil treatment, I do tend to find that that my hair is not as hydrated. I tend to find that I need to go in with a conditioner, and you have to listen to your hair. Like, does your hair feel like it needs a little bit more? I tend to use a hot oil treatment, then do a shampoo, a moisturizing deep conditioner with like a teaspoon of any particular herb. Oh my gosh. Right. So I've been using MSM. It's delayed my period. It's giving me crazy appetite. Should I stop it? It's delayed your period. How far has it delayed your period by? Yes, maybe consider stopping it, or maybe consider greatly reducing your dose. Guys, some of you be getting at me telling me you're taking like 2 teaspoons of MSM, and I'm just like, however are you doing that? I could barely take 1. I could 3/4 of a teaspoon. That's my max. I can't go beyond that. Some people starting at 2 teaspoons, and I just don't understand. So I would definitely not recommend like a high dose. Lower your dose, and maybe consider trying collagen. This is a collagen that I've been using. I find that it really works well with MSM. When I'm using them synergistically, this boosts the MSM. And this is hydrolyzed type 3. It's great for your skin as well. As I mentioned, it really helped me with my joints because I started running, guys. I know, who even am I? What has lockdown done to me? I've started running, and I was really suffering with my knees, and this has really helped. So definitely consider using collagen if MSM doesn't agree with you. Some people just don't tolerate sulfur very well, and somebody made a post under my recent video that really just alarmed me, and they said, well, obviously we all know that MSM is a source of sulfur, but if you're allergic to it, apparently it can kill you. So guys, just be real careful if you are allergic to sulfur. Where do I get the information on how the products and ingredients work for hair? Urban Boozer. I do a lot of research. I try and read journals, like peer journals and studies if they are available. Obviously there's Google is everybody's friend, but then my experience come into play as well. I've been using Ayurvedic herbs, and I've had experience with them for like probably about 8 years now, I would like to say. I love you too. Thank you so much. Right, use my growth oil. It makes your scalp itch. Scalp usually doesn't itch. Thank you for the encouragement and support. Lene Jones, I would suggest maybe trying. I have a 4-ingredient only growth oil. How about you strip down and try using just that? Or you can just strip all the way back, give your scalp a break, make sure you clarify between. And then go ahead and just use castor oil. That is wonderful for stimulating hair growth. Maybe just a few drops of peppermint. It doesn't have to be crazy complicated. Simple. It works. Good job on the running. Thank you. We're trying out here, you know. I'm trying to get my tone. I'm trying to get my legs strong, and running has been so beneficial. Just by the way, if you're thinking of doing it, I've been using the Couch to 5K app, and I'm about to start the 5th week. And really, I should have been on a 5th week already, but I had a break in between, so I decided to do the 4th week again. So I had, oh, what brand is this collagen? This is by Sports Research. Well, because it's proven to help with your bones and your joints. So and there's loads of companies. For example, in Boots, they sell very small vials, and they're so expensive. Like, I find that getting the powder form and making up the solution yourself is way more beneficial. And it's been a part of I think it's Korean or Japanese women's skin routine for a long time. And they honestly, like, they age really, really well. I think black skin ages the best out of all. So but they have lots of routines that I feel like we could really benefit from, because I feel like we don't really have to make as much effort to keep our skin from aging. Guys, how old do you think I am? Yeah, I built up to a teaspoon of MSM after a year. It's way too dry, and I agree with you. Can I use Rascal clay without shampoo? Absolutely. I also wanted to make mention of Perfectil. This is by Biotics. I think I'm going to really like taking this. This is new. I'm about to start using it. I love the fact that it has like all of the key nutrients that you will need for your hair growth. Oh, please excuse me. I'm feeling a little bit like hay feverish. Oh, I've got some more water up here. Thank God. This is very promising when I actually read what it has in it. So I just thought I would mention it, and then I think I'm going to go away and use it for a period of time and then come back and comment. I always find it really difficult to do like reviews thoroughly on these items, because I'm already doing so. Cut back on everything else and just listen to what this is saying to me, if that makes sense. But it contains 400% of your recommended vitamin D, 330% of your vitamin E, and essentially it contains biotin as well, 300%. So that is, it's actually a low dose, but it's much higher than you would require in your RDA. So that's going to really boost hair growth for those of us who are less tolerant. So I'm thinking that it would be a good look for me, because I'm not tolerant to taking biotin as a standalone. It also has like manganese, zinc, copper. But listen to this, guys. Like, this is crazy. It contains horsetail extract, which everyone knows is super high. Well, maybe not everyone, but it's super high in silica, which is very key for hair growth. It also contains in this MSM. Yo, I think I need to link this. I'm going to link this so you guys can find it. Grapeseed extract, coenzyme Q10, and lots of different carotenoids and bioflavonoids, like a natural mix of them. And you've also got a blister pack which has got omega fish oil, and in there it's also got 200% of your biotin RDA, and then blackcurrant seed oil and tomato extract. So I think this is really, whoa, guys, the comments are just mad. Oh, sounds great. Is it vegan? I'm really sorry, Cookie Fat. It's not vegan. Clearly by the fact in the capsule section, it actually contains fish oil. So I could reach out to the brand and see if the other tablet is vegan, and if they have one that is just the main Perfectil, because it's the triple active support, so perhaps their Perfectil Plus tablet on its own is vegan, because they also include another addition, which is like, I guess why it's called the triple maximum active support. Lex, hi, I'm sorry, I'm so excited to catch you live. How often do you take breaks from MSM? I would say that I would take, well, I take breaks when I'm pregnant and breastfeeding. And I've just literally started back up in MSM because I believe that you don't have to stop breastfeeding at 6 months. World Health Organization actually recommends that you breastfeed till 2 years. My son's just turned 2 and we're down to 1 feed. So I'm still feeding him, but literally it's 1 feed. So I feel comfortable like taking joint supplements and stuff like that now. But yeah, whenever I'm like breastfeeding and I've got a baby under the age of 1 and pregnant, so like I've had to take several breaks. Aside from that, when I'm actually taking my MSM, I take it for 3 to 4 months, then I just take a break of maybe a month and then come back on. And what I've always found interesting about that is that I have always come back and had slightly different symptoms. So it might be that when I come back, I have like more headaches when I start taking the MSM again, or I might find that I have more spots. That's what I've definitely found this time around when I've come back on it. Like I've literally been like, wow, all on my legs and stuff. And I had a couple here on my face, which were really quite pronounced. And I don't generally tend to have any spots. Like even when it comes to that time of the month, I tend to have really very negligible amounts of anything, if anything. So it was definitely notable, and I had to put it down to the supplements that I was taking. But I would say 3 to 4 months of MSM and then take a break, and you can increase your dose every 10 days to every 2 weeks, depending if you feel that your body is acclimatized, because it can be that you're still experiencing headaches. Don't move on to increasing your dose if you're still experiencing headaches or anything like that. What cream what's the cream I use for my curly hair? I have it just here. This is my current go-to. I really want to pick up the Natty Naturals lemongrass. That's my other absolute favorite. I just haven't gotten around to doing that in a while because I bought an Amazon bulk buy when this whole corona came about, and this is my last bottle of Shea Moisture. I literally bought 4 of them, and this is down to my last one. So I need to go on to getting my Natty Naturals because I love using that also. It's so interesting because I feel like a lot of my gang in the States might still be asleep, so I'm really sorry if you're missing this. I love the Henna Souk shampoo. Thank you for asking, Rochelle. I did mention earlier, it was super, super strengthening, and I didn't feel that I needed to go in with any kind of a straight mask or gloss after that. It cleansed my hair thoroughly. I felt confident that my hair was cleansed, but the strength was very evident when I rinsed my hair. And I would say follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner for sure. I will definitely save this live. I do not use Cantu. I have never liked any Cantu products. Guys, I'm just being honest here. My sister loves Cantu products. I've tried 1 or 2. And my sister said to me, oh, the formulation has changed, but my hair was just didn't agree with it. I just didn't bother. And as such, if they reached out to me, like as a brand to work, I would give a try to their products. No, I don't think I would put it in my hair again, honestly, even if they changed the formulation. It was just so drying. So you guys don't know, like, honestly, like as content creators, like if you have any kind of integrity, the amount of stuff that you do have to turn away just because the stuff doesn't work. Like literally just last week, I had to turn away a really big deal. And then actually 2 weeks ago, the same thing, because when they sent me their products, I was like, I'm not going to tell my audience about this. I've worked too hard to build up a relationship with them and trust. And my word is my word. Do you know what I mean? Like when I promote something, and you guys will notice, I don't promote many hair brands on my channel at all. I don't. I mostly do stuff with Skillshare because Skillshare provides a service. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not about to come on here and promote you because you said that you're going to pay me if you're going to completely ruin my my audience's hair. We work hard for this. Nah, sis, nah, it's not the one. So if I do mention a product, like obviously I've worked with Natty Naturals in the past and Belba Organics and Henna Souk, and I rate Anita Grant as well, her products. If I do come on here and talk about a brand, you know, it's for real. From the US, you're up early. The package of the multivitamins again. I will link it beneath the video that I have on my YouTube channel as well. It's Perfectil. I know that on Instagram it's coming up backwards. Camille Rose. Oh yes, and Camille. Thank you, Crystal. I'm trying because at the end of the day, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And I would not tell my sister to put something in her hair that's going to spoil her progress or is going to be stripping or that's just going to earn me coin at her expense. Like what, although I'm going to probably do a separate race video, we have had promoted to us for the longest time products that were tailored for straight or Caucasian hair. And then we've had the finger pointed at us when we've not been able to make progress with our growth, with our hydration. And frustrated, it's just been like, well, that's just how your hair is. It just doesn't take to anything, but that's not the case. So I'm not about to be a part of the crowd that's promoting brands that have not produced products that work for our hair. I'm happy to promote mainstream brands that have lines that work. Do you know what I mean? Even if they're not said alternative lines, they have to work for our hair. And to be honest, most of the time, if they're not made for our hair, specifically, if you're trying to promote it to everyone, it's not going to work most of the time. Can a sickle cell patient use MSM? It helps with joint pain. I would say, please, please, please speak to your practitioner. It is a source of sulfur. It is great for pain management in joints when you're trying to be active. So definitely check with your practitioner. I really would not want to recommend something for a patient of sickle cell that would compromise your health. Yvette Moore asks, how good is Shea Butter Cottage? Listen, I kind of get emotional. I get emotional. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not even due on, but I get emotional when I think about Shea Butter Cottage and we started a journey. I started my journey, natural hair journey with them, like back in the day. I promoted their products for absolutely free for years because it just worked. Like she didn't really have a budget to pay me to promoting, but I just wanted to give information on things that work for people. Like they have the most awesome henna, they have the most awesome amla. They also support communities in Ghana, so they give 10% of your entire purchase, not 10% of their profit. 10% of your purchase goes immediately straight off the bat to supporting a co-op in Ghana, allowing women to work and make money for themselves. And they're delivering such a range. You can do your own DIY to make almost anything, from aloe vera gel to moringa to amla. Shea Butter Cottage produce it all, and so I highly rate them, and I really love that lady. I love her integrity. She has she's just precious, man. So yeah, I rate them highly. I rate Shea Butter Cottage highly. My hair grew up on henna from Shea Butter Cottage, so if you want to know, I rate her. You say I look 27. I look 34 to 36. Okay. 27, but 32. I say you think I'm 32, but I look 27. Okay. That's interesting. Have I tried hyaluronic acid in my hair? It's amazing. Girl, listen, are you serious? I know it's hydrating because obviously it holds on to more moisture than water, right? Oh my gosh, that I might have to try. No, I haven't tried melanin hair care, and the main reason for that is actually I tried to purchase it at the time. I don't think that they were shipping to the UK. What do you think of Sheer Moisture? I love Sheer Moisture. Aunt Jackie's. Aunt Jackie's is so expensive to get here in the UK. When I tried getting onto Amazon, it was like, oh my gosh, let me see if I can find a price for you. Let me see if it's still a crazy price as well. But Sheer Moisture, I rate Aunt Jackie's. At least I perceived them as. So do you recommend I give them a try? Because they're looking amazing, like flaxseed elongate. What does elongating curling gel do? Does it elongate your natural curl, or does it just allow you to have a bit of a stretch? Guys, has anybody used the Aunt Jackie's elongating curl? What's my hair regimen? I think I need to do an updated minimalist and pampering hair routine because I have two children. So on the days when I have time, you know, I love to pamper my hair, and then on days when I don't, I have a minimalist routine. So I think I need to do that. You can buy Aunt Jackie's in Pack in Finsbury Park. Good old Pack. I used to go there. Subsea 33. How often do you wash your hair if you oil 3 times a week? Every 4 days is my ideal, but whether or not I'm able to do that with kids on any given day is anyone's guess. Not your business. Is that somebody's handle? Use fenugreek infused with aloe juice as a leave-in. But if I'm honest with you, I kind of feel like DIYs or things that you add your own Ayurvedic herbs to, I just don't think they'll ever be beaten because the freshness of you actually just doing it yourself. Guys, just so you know, I was actually supposed to, this is actually supposed to be shorter than it is. I'm going to actually leave in about 5 minutes. So what time is it here in the UK? It's actually 12 minutes past midday. So if anyone wants to fire off any questions real quick. Okay. Oh, the elongating Aunt Jackie's elongates but doesn't change the curl pattern. I love it. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Robin. What is your hair type, by the way? Do you have a kinkier hair type? Or a curlier hair type? I'm just curious to know, because I know some sisters would prefer to manage and to handle their hair in their more elongated and stretched out states. So do let me know. Oh my gosh, Jan Unstoppable, you used to watch me when I used to call myself Remedy. I'm glad you don't think I have changed. I'm trying out here. Hello, Newbie Wolfie from Nigeria. My goodness. What did you mix? I mixed it with one of your beast mode oils with MSM, had no issues. Mixed it with coconut oil and it was itching like crazy. Yeah, so you know what? Wow, I'm so sorry that you had that experience. Some people just don't do so well with coconut. Do you think the MSM powder as well as Perfectil supplement is too much? I would start with, because this has a lower level of MSM, I would start with this and then build up. I don't think it's too much. If MSM, use that to massage your scalp. If you can infuse it with fenugreek, all the better. My sister went through that when she was postpartum. The other thing that worked really well for me was onion juice and rice water. It really helps with my thin edges. I live in a hot climate. What would you do to advise me to keep my hair hydrated? Noor, thank you for your question. Really quickly, I would say that it's very important how you are cleansing and deep conditioning your hair before you even step out of the shower and start caring for your hair just on a general day-to-day basis, because it's very important that you're putting hydration in. I would recommend that you pre-shampoo, treat with like an oil treatment. If you're going to go in and shampoo, definitely do a hot oil treatment, maybe olive oil, and leave that in your hair overnight. Then when you shampoo, definitely apply a deep conditioner, a moisturizing deep conditioner. Preferably use it with heat if you've got medium or low porosity hair. also find when I'm having a hard time with keeping my hair hydrated, I also find it's very beneficial to add a butter. I add a teaspoon of melted butter, a tablespoon, excuse me, of melted butter, a teaspoon of honey or glycerin, and a teaspoon of oil into my deep conditioner. And if you've got aloe vera, that is also fantastic. That would be the herb I would use if I'm struggling with hydration. And you're giving me inspiration to actually do like a routine for hydration. Guys, would you like to see a routine for hydration, a routine for pampering, and a routine that is minimalist, or is that just too much? Because I can give you suggestions and then I could show you what I'm actually using as well. Let me know. I'm trying to work through a headache right now. So I hope that helps. The other thing I would say for keeping your moisture in is castor oil is a very good friend of yours, and so are twists. That's the best way for me keeping hydration in when it's a hot day. Just literally sectioning my hair into 8 twists and at the end sealing with castor oil and pinning my hair up is really the best way. If you want to leave your hair out, I would recommend using it being locked around something or twisted around something when it dries just helps to lock in moisture. So somebody asked me a question up here. Absolutely, for the hydration. Oh my gosh, so you guys want a hydration routine? Okay. Yes, a routine for hydration. Okay, then. Wow, you guys are... So a hydration routine it is then. Okay, I'm sorry. Please help. Mid-shaft splits. Oh, they are the worst. You have 2 options. Your options are, I mean, is it widespread? Your options would be to cut your hair. And I would say really using Ayurvedic herbs such as amla and henna to strengthen your hair and prevent that happening again, and being very careful with your manipulation. The other option would be to try and grow out the splits if you feel that they're not progressing up the hair. If you care for your hair with the herbs I've just mentioned, it could help to prevent it progressing up the hair. All routines, not just hydration. Okay, I hear you guys. Yes to all 3 routines. Anyone read the name of the vitamins in the box? Guys, if you are curious about this multivitamin, I am going to link it below my supplements video. It is this Perfectil. Also, I'm going to reach out to the brand and just find out specifically if they have a supplement that is just good. That is vegan and does not contain any animal products as well, because this one has fish oil, so it clearly does. So I'm going to come at you guys, and I think we will do a video in the future where I show you my growth routine, which is like great for, you know, pampering, and if you've got a bit of extra time, basic routine for growth and a hydration routine. I think that would be a really good. Oh, SpongeBob, great to have you here, you absolute twit. You're showing your caliber, let's just say. Hi, Nicole. I'm trying to grow my hair, not sure. What an absolute loser. I'm trying to grow my hair, not sure what my hair grade is. Do you mean your hair type is? Curly at the roots, thin towards the ends. I've been using henna mask, but no growth. If you have hair that's thin towards the ends, it might suggest that your hair is damaged and that you need to give it a cut or a trim. That you need to give it a cut or a trim, and then you'll actually start to see progress. I do think, ladies, that we need to let go of the ends if they are damaged, and if it's impeding your hair growth, just let go of the ends of them. Just let go and start afresh. Okay, so I've had a couple of comments about working with a TWA. What advice would I recommend for a natural with a TWA? and it brings me on to something that I'm thinking about for my content in the future. I really want to start having women on here of positions in their hair journeys, and a range of hair types, just to show you how the techniques work. So I think it's really important for you not just to see a natural, but to see yourself in the natural that is having the demonstration on them, and what I would recommend for different hair types. So bear with me. When Corona is over, that is definitely one of the things that I would be aiming to do. Please pray for me, because I really need to have some kind of a purpose studio, like an actual, like a place to work away from home, with some of the shoots that I'm hoping to get done with a team of women, or a group of women, moving forward. So please pray that the Lord would just open up doors for that, and opportunities, and also to bring ladies in my path that I could work with. I find it really hard, because I'm not going to get into that, but anyway. So TWA, teeny weeny afro ladies. I think that the main thing that I would suggest would be, of course, maintaining your hydration. And when you get to the stage where your hair is a little bit longer, but you're not able to tuck it, to put it into a bun or to tie it up, I do feel that protective styles are important. But when you get to stage this band and you just tuck your ends in, that really can help with boosting your hair growth. But letting your hair be free and hydrated and moisturized, and all of that is quite important. I don't necessarily recommend using wigs. That's what I mean when I say making sure that your hair is free. Not that anything wrong with it, but if it's used incorrectly, or if, for example, you try to leave weaves in for too long, that can actually be detrimental to your hair growth. I think the main thing is, look at Nia the Light. She's grown her hair out from a really, really short cut, and many sisters have as well, just with making sure that their hair is hydrated. Make sure your nutrition is on point. Make sure you are taking your sups. I also wanted to mention, oh, Moni J, you're suffering with shedding. Oh, girl, you always support me. I need to help you out if I can. Drop me an email and let's have a chat. It's at curlyproverbs@com, so that you can tell me exactly what you have been using, and we can talk about things that you could do. Just drop me an email and say that, as per our IG live, I will remember that I asked you to drop me an email with regards to this. What's my leave-in? It's this one today. I had 4 bottles of this. This is my last one. Me and my kids. This works so well for everyone in my house. Like my kids and I, it works. It's just the right, because my son's hair is a lot looser curl. My daughter's hair is more similar to mine, but slightly looser still. And I have more thick hair and tighter curls than both my children, and this works for all of us. So can I just also mention really quickly Moringa powder? I don't think I gave it enough shine in the video that I did, and then I'm gonna have to dash this is really an amazing supplement to include in your nutrients for hair growth. It is super high in zinc. You can make it into teas, you can put it into sauces and smoothies. I recommend ingestion cold, but you can always beef it up. This grows wild in Sierra Leone, which is where I'm from. It's wonderful if you're a breastfeeding mother for increasing your milk production. It is wonderful. The zinc really helps with hair growth. It really boosts hair growth. It really helps with your skin. In fact, I had a friend at college who had afro hair, type 4, and she had like bald patches. And what she did was she got zinc powder, like a zinc, like, like they sell like a zinc for like nappy rash, and she mixed that with castor oil, and she got mad growth in that area. So the fact that you have something that's safe for ingestion, that is rich in zinc, definitely look into it. Jerry Gerard says they use zinc and Moringa, and it is amazing. Right, so Jerry, you said that you were allergic to nuts. I'm trying to find your question as to what it is. Thank you so much, Ruth. I actually posted on my stories if you want to check out what I did for my wash day recently. You have a problem. It's not the products you were using. What is your question, Jerry? And I know that I wanted to get to it, but I can't see it. Okay, so Claudia Murray said, I'm allergic to all nuts, many seeds, which means no coconut, shea, or fenugreek. I have jet black hair with beautiful white streaks, which look amazing, so I don't want to use henna. What can I use? Cassia. Cassia and aloe, they are your good friends, girl. If you can't tolerate nuts, cassia. Also squalene, olive oil, very, very good for you. And I'm really excited because I'm going to be mixing up some batches. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to say now, I will be looking for people to receive some recipes that I'm going to be making up, because I would like real people out there, my audience members, to actually show me their befores and afters and which recipes work well. We'll do videos. We'll do a video together on those. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to basically put together an email in my next video, which is going to be where I would like you to email me if you'd be interested in trying some recipes. Show me your results if you've used any of my recipes so far. Anyway, loves, listen, it's been so amazing talking to all of you. I'm sorry that I had to do today's talk at an earlier time than my American followers will probably be available. I'm just finding with childcare, it's a little bit difficult at the moment with my husband's shifts. My husband's a key worker. He works in a hospital, and he's worked 8 days straight. He would have worked 8 days straight, 4 of them being nights and 4 of them being late. So it's really quite difficult to actually manage working from home. Actually, the henna brand that I use, Shea Butter Cottage and Henna Souk, are the ones that I most often reach for. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You are epic. You're amazing, honestly. So I am gonna head out now. Much love, guys. I just wish you could feel the love I have for you guys. I don't know why I'm so emotional today, but I really do love you guys, and I'm here to try and help you in as much as I can. It's curlyproverbs@gmail.com. Okay, burning question. Okay. Burning question. Would you ever use only organic products for a month? If so, to see if it works better than branded hair products, shampooing apple cider vinegar? Absolutely. Yes, I would. Would you like to see that in the video? Because that is dope. And I've actually been thinking I want to just not use any store-bought anything for a period of time. So that could be fun. Anyway, speak to you guys soon. Much love. Stay safe. Take care of your family. All of my people in America, I see you, and I see how real your struggle has been of late. I'm sending you guys a big hug, and I definitely would like to do I know that I have talked on my stories about it quite a bit, but I would like to do something on my YouTube channel also. Anyway, sending you guys love. I'm gonna have to go. Bye.